Farescape Academy Inspector Training. Here we are in Houston. We're doing a walkthrough, video inspection summary. Farescape engineers, Inspector Manessa's here. This Farescape here is structurally sound that must be kept painted. So we have a Farescape that's been painted very well. We got some evidence of water getting in behind these, so we really need to start sealing these up 100% so that water's not getting behind these. A lot of these bolts, instead of doing verification on the inside, we might be doing pull tests on a sampling of these. We'll speak with the official and see whether he wants them all pull tested or he wants a sampling of them pull tested. The Farescape has been kept painted, so it's in good condition. It's only a couple of shots and a couple of evidence shots where rust has grown. Like for example, this one right here, you got rust in the clips. But again, these are all original hardware. So on the ones that are good, you can reinforce that bolt or change that bolt out, whichever is more economical to the client. Wherever there's rust in a connection, you got to clean it out 100%, then change the bolt anyway. All supports, all railings. I want these bolts in the corners, rail posts on the corners. I want them reinforced, or I want them rebolted, whatever's faster and cheaper for the client. And then I want all these joints sealed, so water doesn't get in here anymore. These all need to be sealed. The minor connections, such as these are minors. They don't need to be rebolted. If they're in good to excellent condition, just leave them. Okay, but these need to be changed out. If it makes up a corner and if it's tied back to the building, and whenever possible, try to seal these so that water doesn't get back in here. This is a major source of water that feeds, and these all should be sealed. A lot of the building throughout the top, got a lot of cigarettes, but these should all be sealed from water. All the treads have original hardware. This is original square heads. You have an option, drill a hole, but this is cast iron, so you're not going to have that luxury. Low tested is going to be one of the options that will verify and guarantee, and or snap these bolts out and then put new bolts in here. The cast iron treads are in good condition, but you do have evidence that water's getting in there. It's clearly evident by that rusty tears, rusty tears, rusty tears, rusty tears. So they've lasted this long because there has been a very good paint job on the whole entire building, and it looks like it's been a religious paint job, but in some cases water still gets in there and penetrates. Once you've done the work, you do need to seal this up with silicone, 50-year silicone. After all the work is done, paintable silicone or silicone that is the color of choice. So a lot of times pick a color that matches silicone that already exists, and that's 50-year silicone. Otherwise, latex silicone is only 35 years, and then you paint it after the fact, the color of choice. So these rivets, platforms, all platforms need to have the corners reinforced, but not necessarily these flats. This one needs to be reinforced. That one needs to be reinforced, but not necessarily the flat, because these just need to be cleaned and sealed, because it's, again, the major connections, not the minor connections. You got the stringer clips. A lot of these stringer clips have original. There's no rust in there. So again, you might want to either change the bolt out or just put a reinforcement bolt behind it, because these look very good. And again, they've been keeping up with the paint very well. But as you can see, a lot of evidence of rust on the treads. On the supports, you got the, I would recommend again the pull test. But then getting down here, we have a rivet. These rivets are 50 to 75 years old, so I recommend a new bolt right there. Keep the rivet, put a new bolt. But to avoid any more water getting back here and dirtying what's going on back here, I would seal this up here so that the water falls further out here along and not on the building. And as you can see, that water that's growing from behind that is starting to blow that out. Look at all the cigarettes over here. Water's getting behind there and doing all this kind of work. Same thing with this pivot holder. As you can see, we need to seal that up, and we need to reinforce this corner here. That way we don't have to perform a load test. See the joints? The joints, it's that simple. Just on the joint, change those bolts out. Look at the rust that's already in there. So now you have to clean that out on both sides because they're original hardware.